So you probably heard about the game AKA MANTO, which is a game made by Chilla's Art. They've made a whole gallery of games you've probably seen online. Zinkansen, Zero.
I'm cockeyed, but I think I see something looking at me through that window. Oh no.
Antisocial, like a whole lot of games that you would probably know. And one of the old classics was the 2019 AKA MANTO, which is based on the exact same Japanese legend. The story of the original AKA MANTO is like when you go to a school bathroom, like a restroom, you'd notice after you were done doing your business that there was no toilet paper. And then someone would come knocking at that door and someone whispers to you,
"Do you want the red paper or the blue paper?"
If you chose it,
the next day, the mother was dead.
Today I'm gonna talk about why it stands out and why you should play this game. One thing why it is amazing is how the atmosphere, as I said in my non-massacre video, the starting tone is. Like, what are the feelings you experience when you play this game for the first time? This whole game is set in a Japanese school, which is run down. It's abandoned. It starts out like this. You're getting bullied by these two girls who are seemingly very jealous of you for getting close to, I guess, their crush. Like, you're forced into the school to explore. You find a door, go into the school, and the door is locked behind you. You see how this place is very abandoned. Because of that, you realize that the hallways, the bathrooms, the classrooms, and just every like location, there's something wrong. Now this game is very simple mechanic wise, because all you do, you pick up things, you interact with them. Easy said and done, because you know, finding those things, knowing what to do with them. I mean, if you play this game for the first time, you definitely
are not gonna survive.
Maybe you just do that, get that and that, but still the tension is off the charts. Because why? You absolutely don't know what's coming next. Because I know that from my gameplay, a lot of the tension comes from not knowing what's about to come. What? The fear of the unknown, basically. You really have to like brace yourself for whenever the AKA MANTO chases you. And you don't know when that happens. The next corner, she could be there. Can't always. Small bathrooms. There's small spaces, basically. You have to really decide and have quick thinking as to when I should be stealthy, when I should run. This AKA MANTO, but AI does not want you to win. You know, in like Alien Isolation, I've never played the game before, but I kind of noticed that AKA MANTO, in a way, most of the time, knows where you are. If you didn't know, the alien in that game has two AIs. The one always knows where you are, and the second has no clue about you. But the first one always gives clues as to where you are for the second AI. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe AKA MANTO isn't the same, but thing is, you can't see far away from you. Because of how fast AKA MANTO moves, you really don't get the chance to think like, oh, they might be downstairs or they might be on the first floor, second floor. You don't know about that. Because of how unpredictable it is, you really don't get the chance to like breathe in a way. Because of AKA MANTO being the only enemy, with the addition of the mask, which is kind of like the snitch in the game. That mask roams around like certain locations, actually every location. If it spots you, then it alerts AKA MANTO to come to that very location. You go into that room and the mask sees you go into that room, you best believe AKA MANTO is going in that room with you. I wouldn't say this game is very heavily like focused on lore. During your playthrough, you find tapes in vents, in rooms that are recording this discussion. I mean, I'm spoiling this, but a teacher who is talking to this boy, the student called Atsushi. This teacher tries to convince Atsushi, who is believed to be bullied by this group led by this kid called Kobayashi, which is the principal's kid. And that principal's kid is bullying Atsushi. The teacher, Nakajima, tells Atsushi to record these encounters with Kobayashi. So he needed actual proof to convince the principal, who is Kobayashi's dad, to, you know, get rid of him. Because, I mean, the principal's not gonna do anything to his son. Later on in the game, you find out in recording 8 or 9, if I get this right, you find out this conversation between a student and Nakajima. Hey, Nakajima, you heard about the recent Weren't you in charge of that kid? That's Atsushi. Yeah, he was the one bullied by Kobayashi. He seemed really out of it. The way he cut his own wrists. There's no way that his head's in the right place. It's almost as if he wanted to feel the most amount of pain possible. Man, don't phrase it like that. Anyway, I brought this up because his father, you know that famous politician? He was found dead in the exact same way, with his whole body cut up. Can you believe that? The news said they still haven't confirmed if it was or not. Absolutely not. Maybe he uninstalled himself after his public image got ruined. I mean, who would want to be associated with that? Nakajima, are you okay? When you get the green paper, which is on the rooftop, you get this last recording. Good luck, good luck. Thank you. Recording 10. Hello, my name. Is anyone here? Stop messing with me, damn it. Can't even use the restroom in peace. Choose. What? Red paper or blue paper? Is this a damn prank? Choose. Fine, blue. Wait, Atsushi, is that you? Beauty is what's on the inside. Now, just like non-massacre, Chilla's art chose to mimic the VHS and the PS1 style, and I don't know why, but it feels more real. It's not too polished, you know. It isn't like meant to have the best, you know, features, the best graphics, or be so like graphically good, but because of how raw the game is, how raw it looks, that adds to the horror of AKA MANTO. Because of like the addition of like 2 endings, you kind of get the choice to either commit to one, and both of them are difficult because you need to walk 2 different paths. You can't get the items that you need for the good ending for the bad ending, and you can, you know, it's vice versa. Basically, replayability is like, you can replay this game as much as you want and you won't get bored. It is not linear. Of course, this game is not that like massive, but because of the fact that there's like 2 endings, you can choose to replay this game, see how the bad ending is. I mean, I'm not gonna do that again, but you know, it's not just about, you know, having the like scariest, you know, boo everything, you know, but the fact that this game mixed jump scare, like, you know, just you're scared about this game, but actually added tension, like the fact that, oh no, I cannot succumb to my fear. I need to choose freedom. I have to choose to win this game, because, you know, it's one thing to like surrender the jump scare and then it's over, and then it's another thing to be scared and then having to go through that, you know. If you have a fear of being chased, probably don't play this game. Yes, this game has a lot of chasing. I will say that this is a strong contender for like first place because of the fact that it not only scared me, but it really put me on edge in a way where I could be scared of both the monster and I could be scared of losing my life. The fact that it's hardcore, the fact that it's permadeath, and that I need to find certain things, and that I cannot afford to lose, I cannot afford to take another hit, that is what makes AKA MANTO such a brilliant game. Chilla's art has a bunch of other cool games also out there. I might check them out. If you guys want me to check it out, the choice is yours. And that's all I have. So stay blessed. See you in the next video, and peace.